Friends, recently I was having a discussion with one of my relatives, and she was expressing her concern about one point which I thought is valid for many people, many other people also. So I'm trying to discuss that. The discussion was about religion and science. So one concept was there that we are discussing, and one person in the TV who discusses religious concepts said that this particular, for example, the Arunachala mountain. So what he said is, this Arunachala mountain, for all of us common people, it looks like just another mountain. But for people like Ramana Maharshi, such saints, that looks like the Agni Parvata, or the mountain of fire that it is really in spiritual way. So that is what he said. See, whether we I agree to that or not, etc., is another problem, another point which we are not discussing today. But now this couple, who my relative couple, they were young people. So they both said, how is this possible? Because if it is a mountain, it is a mountain. How does a person like Ramana Maharshi would see this mountain as something really that we cannot accept? Like how is it a mountain of fire or mountain of what do they say, Sphatika? Sphatika is I don't know what is the translation in English. Sphatika is a transparent white material with which Rudraksha kind of things are made. So whatever it is, so how can the same mountain look differently to different people? So I took the side of the religion, and then I said, they said they are not trying to offend anybody or question the belief or question the right of people to believe whatever they want, but they want to know what the scientific background of it is, or if there is any scientific explanation. So what I said is, this person, this boy, he uses PS4, PS5, Sony PlayStation. So PS4 black box was there. So I said, this black box PS4 is PS4 for you, but for your pet dog, it is not a PS4. It is black box. That's all. So how do you prove that it is PS4? How do you prove it to the pet dog? Why does the pet dog not see the PS4 aspect of it? And is it not true that it is a black box to you and the pet also? So objectively you can prove that it is a black box. Okay, you can prove it to the pet will agree. You will also agree it is a black box. But you are seeing something more than that, right? Then he said, well, I mean, the discussion went on, and he said many things, and I said many things. Then what happened is, if this is not provable, that I mean any concept like this is not provable to other people scientifically, then some cult starts. Okay, cult. When the word cult came, so I said, cult is a thing. Why she said it is a cult? Because when I am her argument is that in the couple it is the female lady who is talking. So she said, when I am not feeling well, or when I am feeling down, or when I need some encouragement, when I am in a mood where I am perplexed and confused about life, that is when I see, when at that time, if I see something like this, some miracles or some mystical things, etc., so that is when I get attracted to all these people, and I try to explore what is in the religion and such other things. But we don't know how much is true and how much is fake. And people, things like this, when they say this looks completely fake, that the same mountain can look like a crystal mountain, or a mountain of fire for somebody, and just another mountain for all of us, right? So what happens is, people build cults on this basis, because they when you say they cannot prove and proof is not necessary or something like that, and proof cannot be obtained in labs. So that is when a cult starts. So that is her question. First thing, I wanted her to give clarity on what is a cult. Cult is something that happens between common people, like people who have something in common. For example, they all should belong to one particular organization or one particular region, language, one particular guru, or something like that. There must be a common basis. They might be all taking some common food, or common activity is being done by all of them together for a long time in a particular organization or an institution or some place. Okay, then this cult thing may happen. Every such organization is not a cult, but cult in a negative sense I'm talking about. Cult can be a positive thing also. Positive thing, but not sustainable thing, or let us not go into depth. But a cult can be a positive thing and a negative thing. But I understood what her question has to be, like it is as if it were a negative thing. So I answered. First point is that. So if Kailash Mansarovar is there, for example, if Kailash Mansarovar, that mountain is there, that mountain is just another mountain for all of us. But for most people, it is Kailash also. That is where the difference comes, right? So how is it different? How can we take it as a proof? How do we say that it is not a cult that people believe? Now the difference is, when people who are unconnected, who are never connected, they are all thinking it is to be the same. For example, I never met any Bhutanese or Buddhist or any people. When you go to Kailash Mansarovar, for example, there people are coming there, those who you never met them, you don't know them. So all of them together are thinking about in the same way about a particular thing from hundreds of years, and that has been consistently so. So if there is a delusion, at one point of time you believe something, and at another point it is not. So if unconnected people are all believing the same thing for long time, for centuries and generations, that is a sign where it should be taken with more seriousness and with good faith. Okay, so I wanted to point this out. And cult thing we have finished. And now I also told her that spirituality, see, fakeness or trickery and deception is everywhere. So that is there even in banking, etc., online banks, etc. They people cheat other people with banking fraud, etc. In the net we know how they do it. So the religion also is like that. So it is not something that is happening only in religion. So it is our job to be aware what to do, etc. How to protect ourselves from getting cheated, number one. Number two, whenever you are in a different mood or an agitated mode, you should never take up spirituality. That is the answer. You should take up spirituality when all is well, when you are normal, like when you are getting your education with a fresh mind. In that way you have to take it up. Okay, the main mistake they do is, when somebody dies, you want to explore religion, because death, you have seen death. When you get a loss in trading or business, etc., you want to go into spirituality. This is when you should not do it. Okay, you can, that is an excuse to definitely go into religion. You can go, but don't be swayed in one way or another because of emotions and because of the agitations like that. They are temporary, but education about spirituality should never be undertaken in a strong way, in a proper way. When you are in some mood, that mood will go away and your education also will fly away, but you will be connected to a cult and you may be cheated. Okay, so what you should do is, like anything else, when you study mathematics, you study science, when everything is okay, right? When you are strong, when everything is going well. Okay, in the same way, that is when you have to undertake spiritual education. Thank you.